Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Burn 5 at G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways. What we got going here is the noise is that fan that I set up, a temporary fan blower, that's blowing air directly into the intake tube at the bottom. And I guess a little bit of smoke coming out here, so I opened up the door to let everything out so I'm not breathing toxic fumes. So anyway, I put a temporary latch on the door. And let's see, there's just a little flame left. I'm letting it burn out right now so I can do some more work on it. One of the things I'm going to try, let's see where we're at on temperature here. It's still at 330 degrees. It'll be a while before this cools out. 375. That's Fahrenheit, or 159 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it's been putting off some heat here. The shop is really warm. So anyway, the problem is definitely not enough air intake. So I've got a 2.5-inch intake pipe on there, on the burn bowl, and it has a bunch of holes drilled in it. And I thought it was too many holes, and I put a can over it, but I took that off for this burn test. And I think I've got a metal plate welded on the top of that pipe. I think I'm going to grind that metal plate off so that the air can come right up through that 2.5-inch pipe and give me a lot more oxygen intake. I did go up on the roof and pin that flap open on the smokestack so that it would definitely get a lot better suction, and it did. But I had this whole thing, like I said, I had this whole thing up to almost 600 degrees Fahrenheit at the door and burn chamber area, and over 450 degrees at the top here. And it was getting pretty darn warm. Started burning some of the old paint off of it. So when I do get it running up to its heat, I will be doing it with the doors open so I can burn the paint off of this thing, and we'll move on from there. Let's see what we got inside right now. Oh yeah, it's still 200 degrees down at the burn plate, and that was Celsius. Let's see, it's 400 degrees in there, 426 at the burn plate. So yeah, it's definitely going to need a little bit more work and tweak it into position, and I've got it made from there. So if I cut the fuel down like I did in the last burn, the oxygen that was coming in was adequate if you got the fuel at exactly the right setting. So if I wanted to increase heat and turn the fuel up, the oil cooled it down and put the flame out, because it didn't have enough air. So that's the story. I think I can shut this little blower off. All right. Hey, it's quiet. All right, so that's what's going on, everybody. Now I put my sand battery up against it, and the needle was way down below the 50 mark. It was really cold last night. It got into the 20s. So anyway, it's come up quite a bit, sitting here up against the burner while it was running. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put another one of these over on that side. I have 2 sand batteries up against this. So while this is burning during the day, or during the day and early evening, it'll heat up my sand batteries, and then when I cut the oil off and let it burn out, the sand batteries can keep a little residual heat going in my shop here, keeping my pump warm, and that'll be a good thing. So, short video today, just to catch up on what's going on. I'll get to work on this as soon as it cools off. One other thing, update on G Bear's sciatica condition. Well, this is day 2 without a back brace. And that's all day, all night, sleeping and all of that. And I get into bed and I fall right to sleep. I sleep all through the night without waking up from pain. And get going in the morning just like I was never sick, but I'd still feel a little pressure if I'm on my feet too long during the day. So I don't push it. I sit down when I need to, which is going to be as soon as I cut this video off. And I'll move on from there, because it's going to be a while. I can still feel a lot of heat coming off this thing. This tank is like a 1/4 inch thick steel, as you can see by the door. And that holds heat for quite a while. So I don't know if I'll be able to work on this today or if I'll have to wait until tomorrow. But either way, I'm not in a big rush to get this rocket off the ground. Okay, so one other last thing before I close this off. One thing I found out was it's not over for snake season for the year yet. I did get a picture of it. There was when I opened this door, there was a coach whip snake laying right there. It was a young one, not too old, maybe a year and a half old. But when I opened the door, he moved over to that area. I did get a photo of it. I'll share with my neighbors to let them know snake season isn't done yet. It's still pretty warm out here today. Nice day with the sun out. And no clouds in the sky. Wind out of the northeast, and the PMA is making me some electricity. Other than that, this is G Bear saying thank you for joining me. Don't forget your thumbs up. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment. This is G Bear signing off.